Okay, hi everyone. I'm Claire and I'll be teaching Puffle Camp. And I've been at Hongyun Art for about 8 years. So yeah. So what are Puffles? Puffles are basically just stuffed animals, except you can make them into, they're not really like limited in the same way stuffed animals are. So all you need is some fabric, some scissors, thread, sew them all together, add some filling, and you can get things like this, or like this. And I have some examples here. So like this one, which is the moon, this, which is the sun, and then the first class here, which is the cloud, which is like this. And the last class will be making something that's like a bit more complicated, so something like this. But basically, Puffle Camp is actually like a really fun way to learn important skills such as like sewing, and it's just, I think, really useful for someone to know when they, grow up later. So supplies. I will be providing pre-cut fabric, a needle threader for those of you who are worried about, being able to thread a needle, and cotton filling. And materials people are expected to have are needles and white and black thread. And another thing is probably markers, but I don't think I really need to list that in there. And so I think one precaution people have with sewing is that they always imagine that it looks something like this, very chaotic, messy, super scary, and that you might kill yourself by accident by using a needle. But then it's actually really more like this, something really simple and easy and actually very safe as long as you abide by the right precautions and safety rules, which of course we will be having. And so a summary of what I'll be teaching in the class is how to use a needle and thread safely, how to sew, how to make sure not to hurt yourself, and some tips and tricks that you need. And basically just how to make stuffed animals along with Puffles. So what is important about learning Puffles is that Puffles are the perfect gift. If you're ever worried about what to get for a friend or family, you can always just make them a personalized, I don't know, body pillow or letter or giant stuffed penguin or something. You can get experience with sewing and needles. And you can also make whatever you want. So if you want to make a pillow that looks exactly like you, I guess you can always make something like that. I'm not really sure why, but you have now the freedom to do it if you learn how to make Puffles. So class structure, mine is 6 weeks, 90 minutes each class, Sunday 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Target audience is 10 to 14, but of course if you're older than 14, that's okay. It's mostly that we don't want too young kids dealing with needles and thread. The materials fee is $10 because I'll be providing a lot of materials. And yeah, thank you for listening.